March 21st, 2017. We're in Clearlake, California. And outside the shop, Tatum's Repairs. Looks like there might be some musical instruments up there, like an old flute, and probably looks like an old saxophone there. I thought Jack worked on airplanes too. Well, let's go and take a look. See what he has inside here. Take a look. Oh, speaking of the man, there he is right there.
Hey, good morning.
Master aviator and flute repairman. Oh boy, look at all the stuff he has hanging up here. Wow, yeah. Tatum's Repairs is more than an instrument repair, obviously. It's a airplane fabrication and maintenance shop. Holy smokes, look at all the stuff he has hanging up here. Boy. Big ones, little ones, electric ones, gas ones. Nice quad over there on the wall. Here's his Waco biplane. Couple of big planes back over there. But the reason we're here today is to talk about Jack's latest project, which was the electrification, that's hard to say, the electrification of his P40 Warhawk, or Kitty Hawk, or Tomahawk, or depending on what country flew them and whatnot, I suppose. But
the British call this the Tomahawk.
Yeah. And this same airplane was flown by the AVG, the American Volunteer Group, in China, with Claire Chennault. And the Flying Tigers is where they got their name, flying this airplane, and working for the Chinese, beating back the Japanese. It was the Japanese trying to take over China back in those days. Jack originally built the airplane. I'll have him talk here in a minute when he's going to pull a cowling off the motor area there so he can show all the work he had to do. Originally, again, this had I think a 91 four-stroke engine inverted in it, so it would all be in the cowling. Nothing would hang out and show and wreck the lines, and the visual look of it. And he had some problems getting the engine running right. The way the fuselage is designed, you just didn't have enough room to get the fuel tank where it needed to be to stop it from flooding out the engine, getting too much fuel, and that kind of stuff. I had a heck of a time with it. So he decided to pull that piston engine out, and he got a big electric motor that he put in there, so equivalent size. So that's what he's going to pull the cowling off and mention. And I probably stole most of your thunder there, Jack, but go ahead, talk about the airplane. I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. I had so many, there were so many fuel lines and pressure fitting lines going inside this cowling. As you can see, this cowling is very long. It's a big cowling. So in order for the fuel had to go down here, and this line right here was the original box. What I did is I put an extension on this to see if I could get the engine a little bit lower, or the gas tank a little bit lower, so that it wouldn't flood out the carburetor.
Wouldn't siphon, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right.
So, anyways, I picked up this from Tower Hobby. I picked up this motor mount. I had it here in stock, and I bought this 60. It was actually, the airplane was originally supposed to run on was supposed to be for a 60 size engine. I had a 91 in here, which gave me an awful lot of power if I could keep it running. So I just got so tired of going to the field and going out there and trying to get the engine started, and disappointed going home without being able to fly this wonderful airplane. So I decided to go electric with it. So what I did was I put this electric system in here, and what it's going to run on is a 6S 5000 milliamp flight battery. I also, down in here, I have a 2200 4S battery, and this goes through the switch harness. I have a BEC system right down in here, whereby I use that as a voltage regulator. So I plug in the the ESC, your throttle control. I plugged that into the receiver, and it's all separate. When I turn this turn the switch on, everything is lit and ready to go.
And the reason you use that separate battery, Jack, why is that? You have a big battery for your motor. How come you have a second battery for your other stuff?
In case I happen to run the flight battery or the motor battery too long, at least I have control of the aircraft.
Okay, I see. So it's a safety issue then, basically.
It's absolutely a safety issue.
That makes a lot of sense. Yep.
When you go in here, and I've done hours and hours of detail in the cockpit, you don't want to lose your airplane.
Right. Oh boy, look at the instruments and everything, and gun sights, and Mae West on the pilot, everything.
Yeah, he's a full-size pilot. The only thing I did to get him to fit in was take his boots off.
Right, yeah.
So he's wearing his bare feet. So, anyhow, that's basically...
okay, well, let's get a little close-up here, all the power plant and everything. So this used to be where the nitro engine was mounted, the 4-stroke.
Right. And it had a regular straight flat mounts that came out of there.
Right. And you had this mount you had to put on there, and then the 60 engine or the 60 equivalent big electric motor outrunner.
Yeah.
Okay.
These were the original mounts.
Oh, just a typical beam mount. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. And so this is all adjustable here, I see, up, down, sideways, thrust, whatever, and bucks of beauty,
I have a 2% down thrust and a 2% right thrust, which puts it just a little bit off center with the cowl on. This is so nice to get this cowl on and off.
Yeah.
But you can see where she sits right there, and it's just about right.
Yeah, and you plugged up all the holes in the cowling, but it came out really nice. Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't. The paint didn't match up perfect, but there were a lot of holes.
Oh, hey, when you look at any warbird, the paint doesn't match up perfect.
So
a lot of times you see zinc chromate parts and all kinds of stuff, and some painted and dents and goinks and scratches, and working airplanes get kind of beat up.
Well, I actually, there's a belly pan that's on the wings on this thing. And let me get that down. I'll show you. And it had some bulkheads in the belly pan, and I cut those out.
Well, she's sure a beautiful model, Jack. Wow. And we did, as I remember, we did a video of this with the gasoline engine in it. But now we'll.
If you can look straight there, you can see.
Oh yeah, right.
Air is going to go.
Yeah, and there's been a lot of cooling for the ESC and for the electric motor and everything, the batteries. Yeah, right. Yeah, you got to get a lot of cooling when you're on electric power, this big of electric power, particularly. Yeah, cool.
Now we just have to have a good day where the field is nice and dry, and we can get out here and get this thing in the air. I'm really excited about it.
Yeah. This will be our lead-in for all that, and then once we get some decent weather and I'm back on my feet here in a couple of 3 weeks, we'll hopefully get her done.
Yeah, looks good.
Cool. Okay. End of the hour.
Okay.
And tell us just a little bit about the P40 before you launch her, Jack. What did you do to it between the last flight and this flight?
The last flight we had, I had to belly it in. So what happened was my gear wouldn't come down. And so I've replaced the landing gear now. I've got another set in there. It's still a little wobbly on his feet, but it flew good. I shouldn't have any problems today. But what I did when I belly landed it with the gear up is I tore everything out of the belly pan. It's all torn. So that's all been replaced. So hopefully we'll get her up in the air again and be able to land it.
Cool. Yeah, that's what you get with both wheels down instead of both wheels up, right?
Yeah, you got it.
Okay.
Okay.
What wind you have is coming from the right, so you can do your normal left-right.
Okay, taking off from left to right.
Okay. There she goes.
Gear's going up.
I can't see, you're in the turn. Yep, looks up to me, best I can tell. In the viewfinder, when you come by, you want to cycle it down, and
Oh, it's all right. Go one more time around.
you know your left gear is still down.
Yeah, that's true.
But I'm sure the left gear never retracted, so
Okay, well, I'm going to leave them down.
I don't know why that is.
I believe they're down now.
Yes, both gears show down.
They're going to have that again. Okay, I'm going to be landing left to right here.
Well, at least this time we got both feet down, so
Yeah.
be a good landing this time. For some reason the right gear never retracted when you pull the gear up,
I
and
had
you'll have
funny feeling about this. Well,
to figure that out.
talk.
But not going up is much better than not coming down. Down in one piece, good deal.
Boy, that was a hot landing, I'll tell you. Woo! I'm going to put some new connectors on this thing.
Yeah, they work fine in the pits, the gear. I don't quite understand what happened there.
I got one bent now. The one gear is a little bent. Okay. I guess it's all right. It's okay. Looks weird.
But it's in one piece, Jack. That's it. See if we can figure out what's going on with this gear here.
Yeah. Yeah, that one lost its contact.
The left gear probably might have came undone or something, so you'll have to pull the wing and see if you can figure it out. So.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
We'll get the wing off.
Okay.
At least we got it finished.
Well, hey, yeah. At least, like I say, at least if the gear is going to fail, it's better they fail down than up. That's for sure.